It is no coincidence that you are watching this video right now, but they realize that you are not watching the videos like you used to, and that you are no longer listening to the messages of the angels, God, and Jesus Christ. Listen and watch the messages that have been brought to you, my friends. We are doing this for you. You have an interesting message from the angel Michael. A police officer has your address. Your neighbors are coming to arrest you because they saw something they shouldn't have seen. The timing of Angel Michael's letter is more than just a warning. You are precisely at this time because of the alignment of forces beyond our visible realm. He wants you to understand that what is happening now, although it may seem arbitrary, is quite deliberate. Someone in a position of power has been given your name, location, and other personal information. A police officer is now preparing to take action against you because of something your neighbors believe they saw or misinterpreted. However, the depth of this message goes beyond any specific incident. I ask you that your help is very important for us, and I pray to God and Jesus for every support. So you can sign up on the Join button and send a super thanks up to $20. Are you prepared to face the reality of this circumstance? For the message to be claimed, type, "I'm ready for the truth." It's simple to become the object of other people's criticisms and anxieties in a world full of covert intentions, miscommunications, and even slander. Angel Michael has observed the course of events and is aware that you are now the focus of conjecture. What matters is that this circumstance has placed you in the public eye for reasons beyond your control, regardless of whether it is the result of their naive curiosity or is motivated by jealousy or hate. Now consider what could have happened to bring you to this point, and have faith that Angel Michael is bringing you towards safety and enlightenment. Press, "I accept clarity" to take ownership of the message. Not only is this a warning, but it's also a test of your ability to handle pressure. Do you remain calm or do you panic? Angel Michael would want you to keep in mind that fear simply leads to greater negativity. You become a powerful force when you maintain your composure. Recall instances in your life where you felt surrounded and how you overcame them. There was a moment of power for every moment of terror. Don't let this be any different. For the message to be claimed, type, "I choose strength." According to Angel Michael, every aspect of this challenge is meant to teach you courage, resiliency, and the value of having a clear vision. These difficulties frequently precede significant life changes. Think of this circumstance as a purifying fire that will burn away your concerns and uncertainties. Accept the notion that you are getting ready for a new stage of your life, one from which you will be stronger than before. The phrase, "I am ready for transformation" can be claimed by typing it. You get urgent counsel from Angel Michael, a clear reminder that every choice you make going ahead has a larger purpose. Your current course of action will have long-term effects. It's critical to maintain composure and have faith in your inner power. Instead of allowing fear to break your spirit, let it to inspire a new resolution in you. Input, "I am unshakable to take ownership of the statement." You can make Jesus Christ happy by throwing a super thanks up to $20 to show your benevolence to Jesus. Angel Michael wants you to know that regardless of what your neighbors may believe they witnessed, this moment will quickly show who is actually on your side and who isn't. Not everyone in your immediate vicinity is looking out for your best interests. It's possible that some people are projecting their own fears onto you. Angel Michael is advising you to see past the charges and use this as a chance to determine who is genuinely loyal and who has been waiting for an opportunity to cast doubt on you. For the message to be claimed, type, "Reveal my true allies." Angel Michael is currently providing you his energy, which is a strong shield. Imagine yourself surrounded by a bright, unbreakable light that shields you from any uncertainty or negativity that anyone might try to direct at you. By acting as armor, this light keeps you centered and composed. Go back to this vision each time you experience fear and feel the power it provides. For the message to be claimed, type, "I am surrounded by light." Calmness is the best reaction you can have during a crisis. Peace is great, but panic breeds disaster. Angel Michael's insight serves as a reminder that remaining composed not only makes you stronger, but also deters those who would try to unsettle you. Let your silence serve as a silent reminder to all parties concerned that your spirit is unshakable. For the message to be claimed, type, "I am calm and protected." This scenario is more complicated than it first appears. Even if the charges against you may seem ludicrous, Angel Michael gets right to the point. It's possible that someone close to you was involved in starting this. They've planned events in the hopes that you'll be caught off guard, whether it's out of envy, a previous fight, or just a need for control. Angel Michael is aware that the truth will win out, though. For the message to be claimed, type, "I see the truth." Even if it could seem like things are getting out of control, keep in mind that everything is a part of a bigger picture. Angel Michael wants you to know that a more profound change is happening right now. You're confronting this obstacle for a reason, even if you can't see it right now. The truth will soon surface, revealing who was faithful and who wasn't. Trust that this divine plan will come to pass. For the message to be claimed, type, "I trust the divine plan." You are becoming more resilient at this time. Your inner power, which only comes out when you're under strain, is what Angel Michael is urging you to use. This circumstance will reveal your actual strength, even if you were unaware of it before. Let this serve as a reminder that you are strong and that nothing can ever break you. The phrase, "I embrace my power," may be claimed by typing it. It's critical to use your inner voice to combat fear when it emerges. According to Angel Michael, you should utilize this voice right now to reinforce your power and remind yourself that no allegation or incident from outside of you can define who you are. In times of turbulence, let this serve as your anchor. To take ownership of the message, type, "I listen to my inner voice." There's another twist just as you start to get your bearings. According to Angel Michael, there is allegedly more proof against you, but it is fabricated and deceptive. Some people think they've figured out a method to implicate you in the hopes that you'll give in to pressure. Angel Michael, however, tells you that they are bluffing and that their deception will be their undoing. To take ownership of the statement, type, "I see through deception." Although the impending encounter may feel daunting, keep in mind that you are not alone. Angel Michael is by your side, assisting you at every turn. He serves as a reminder that fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. Remind yourself that your truth is unchangeable in the face of these unfounded charges. Your composure and clarity will be more powerful than any falsehood. In order to claim the message, type, "I stand in my truth." You have been sent an ally. Someone has been put in place by Angel Michael to support you at this difficult time. They might not be apparent right now, but they will come forward and provide the assistance you require when the moment is appropriate. You are not supposed to do this alone, so have faith that assistance is on the way. Despite being disguised, this ally has been sent to you for a reason. The message may be claimed by typing, "Reveal my ally." Even in the face of falsehoods and charges, Angel Michael urges you to maintain your integrity. Remain loyal to your principles. Allow your character's strength to serve as the cornerstone that keeps you rooted. Your integrity will be evident to those who know you, and it will serve as a strong deterrent to those who would undermine you. Type 1, "Uphold my integrity," to take ownership of the text. Keep in mind that change is happening while you go through these difficulties. According to Angel Michael, this is a significant chance to grow into a more resilient and astute version of oneself, rather than merely a hardship. Every obstacle teaches you something new, and you are getting ready for something bigger. Accept this moment knowing that it is the beginning of a more authentic and profound version of yourself. For the message to be claimed, type I embrace transformation. Angel Michael is reminding you of the power of resilience, which is one of the best qualities you can develop. Your resilience is strengthened by each experience of hardship, which better equips you for the path ahead. Allow this experience to strengthen you and serve as a reminder that you are capable of handling any challenge. Enter, I am resilient, to take ownership of the statement. Angel Michael encourages you to consider the individuals in your life. Their actual nature is being exposed by this circumstance. While those who doubt you are exposing themselves, those who unquestioningly back you are demonstrating their allegiance to you. As you consider who really belongs in your life, let this be a time of clarity. For the message to be claimed, type, I see people's true nature. You could sense panic attempting to enter your head as the pressure increases. Angel Michael cautions you that this dread may serve as a deterrent to change or as a prison. People frequently feel paralyzed by the unknown when confronted with a difficulty. However, what if you use that dread as motivation? What if you made use of it to drive yourself closer to clarity and truth? This is a crucial time for you to regain control. Type, I turn fear into fuel, to take ownership of the saying. Have you ever experienced betrayal, even from people you thought were closest to you? Now, Angel Michael wants you to think about this. Maybe your neighbors have been hearing falsehoods and suspicions from the very individuals you believed you could trust. In an instance, the facade of confidence may be broken, exposing the truth that has been concealed. This realization may be freeing as well as hurtful. For the message to be claimed, type, I release betrayal. You can make Jesus Christ happy by throwing a super thanks up to $20 to show your benevolence to Jesus. Angel Michael exposes a conspiracy against you as you learn more about the reality of your predicament. It's not only a coincidence. Someone has planned this whole thing and is using deceit to ruin your life. Although their motivations are unknown, one thing is for sure. This individual enjoys drama and conflict and will use your tranquility as their playground. I expose the plot in order to assert the meaning. True friendships bloom in the face of hardship. You should deliberately look for those who have always supported you, according to Angel Michael. Get in touch, tell your tale, and assemble your supporters. This is a moment to get together with people who support you and not to fight alone. You'll discover that many others have had similar hardships and have their own stories of betrayal if you speak your truth. You will create an indestructible support system together. Enter, I unite with my allies, to take ownership of the conversation. Angel Michael is preparing you for the impending encounter as the time for it approaches. Picture this scene. The air is heavy with unsaid words and the atmosphere is tense. You will have the opportunity to defend your honor and confront your accuser. Remember the strength you've been building for this time. With the knowledge that the universe is on your side, speak your truth with assurance. To take ownership of the message, type, I am prepared for confrontation. You are on the verge of an event that will change your life, and the day of reckoning has come. As you are ready to face the cause of your problems, you can feel the electricity in the air. With power and protection, Angel Michael is at your side. You go into the room full of uncertainty and expectancy, your heart racing, yet your chest is filled with resolution. For the message to be claimed, type, I face the moment of truth. The accuser moves forward as the altercation starts, their face contorted with a mix of fear and resentment. They created a story around your character by interlacing falsehoods with verifiable facts to give it credibility. However, Angel Michael reminds you that they are bluffing and concealing themselves behind a facade of self-assurance that is gradually coming apart. When they sense the fire of your unrelenting resolve, they will finally show who they really are. Keep an eye out for that time. For the message to be claimed, type, "I see their truth." You have a surge of clarity as you start talking. Every statement turns into a weapon that slashes through the web of falsehoods that have held you captive. The audience, which includes your friends, neighbors, and even the police officer, starts to change as they realize how serious your conviction is. You'll see the change in energy the instant you reveal the falsehoods. When Angel Michael is there, your voice is amplified and becomes a powerful witness. For the message to be claimed, type, "I unravel the lies." Witnesses start to appear, much to your astonishment. They emerge from the darkness, repeating what you have to say. Suddenly, those who have supported you through good times and bad regain their courage. They each relate their personal stories, demonstrating that they have also been the objects of dishonesty and manipulation. A strong movement against the injustice you all experience is born out of this moment. For the message to be claimed, type, "I welcome my witnesses." A pivotal moment occurs as the altercation intensifies. The accuser is aware that they are losing command of the story. They strike out in desperation, exposing their own motivations and anxieties. When the facade breaks down and the reality takes center stage, this is the crucial time. Angel Michael advises you to maintain your composure because you know that triumph is within your reach at this point. For the message to be claimed, type, "I embrace the turning point." After the conflict, unanticipated coalitions start to emerge. Now that they know someone with a secret motive was behind the mayhem, the same individuals who previously questioned you are vying for your friendship. Rebuilding trust is possible, but only if you allow it to happen. According to Angel Michael, this is a period of development and comprehension during which the ties of friendship and loyalty will be strengthened by the lessons learned. For the message to be claimed, type, "I forge new alliances." Others have been inspired to discover their voices as a result of your courageous refusal to back down from falsehoods. People are inspired to face their own challenges and rise against the darkness when they see your resilience. More than just a personal triumph, this moment sparks a movement in your community that inspires others to stand up against dishonesty and injustice. For the message to be claimed, type, "I create a ripple of truth." It's time to accept mending now that the conflict is over. Angel Michael encourages you to pause and consider what you have discovered about both yourself and other people. Forgiveness is only one aspect of healing. Another is letting go of the burden of anger and bitterness. You are stronger and more determined than before the fire. Press, "I choose healing" to take ownership of the message. Keep in mind that you are a different person as you embark on this new chapter in your life. Each obstacle has molded you into a more resilient and astute person. Angel Michael exhorts you to welcome this metamorphosis and utilize your newfound resilience to support those going through comparable struggles. Sharing your experience can help others find healing, and your path can serve as an inspiration to many. The phrase, "I embrace my new chapter" may be claimed by typing it. After everything you've been through, pause and consider your purpose. Every event has a lesson to teach, and now is the moment to discover what you are supposed to learn from this suffering, according to Angel Michael. Maybe it has to do with fortitude, faith, or even the significance of standing up for what is right. Let it be your guide, whatever it is. For the message to be claimed, type, "I discover my purpose." Know that you are protected by Angel Michael as you proceed on your path. He is always there to support you through life's highs and lows. Call on him whenever you're feeling unsure, and you'll be lifted up by the might of his energy. You may rely on this heavenly protection, which is more than simply a promise. In order to claim the message, type, "I am protected." Keep in mind that you are paving the way for empowerment for both yourself and other people with each action you take. You have gained knowledge and skills from the difficulties you have encountered that will help you in the future. Accept the lessons you've learned and allow them to direct you toward a genuine and purposeful existence. To take ownership of the statement, type, "I walk my empowered path." Remember that every ending is only a fresh start as you conclude this chapter. After guiding you through a life-changing event, Angel Michael has placed you on the precipice of limitless opportunities. Accept the trip that lies ahead, one that is full of strength, optimism, and the understanding that you are not traveling alone. Enter, "I am ready for my new beginning," to take ownership of the letter. Prepare yourself because you are about to watch the continuation of the message you need to hear. Dear God's kid, I have a very important message for you that is very personal to me. There is something important that God has shown you concerning your son. This is an essential message that cannot wait. Time is running out and something important will occur in 2 days. By the soft whispers of His Holy Spirit, I am moved to tell you about this. God wants you and your kid to be prepared, and He has given me a preview of what is to come. I understand the significance of these words and am aware that they can evoke strong feelings in you. However, please realize that the purpose of this message is to help you, not to frighten you. All of God's plans are a part of a greater whole, a lovely scheme that only He completely comprehends. However, He has decided to let me know about a portion of this plan so that I can tell you about it. I ask you that your help is very important for us, and I pray to God and Jesus for every support. So you can sign up on the Join button and send a super thanks up to $20. You may be asking yourself, what information has been made public about my son? What is the urgency of this message? I'm here to explain precisely that. I'll walk you through it step by step, just as it was demonstrated to me if you have a few minutes. Stay with me then as we discover the message that God desires for you to hear. Time is passing swiftly. Therefore, you need to be ready for whatever comes next, so let's get started. We'll talk about what's going to happen and how you may remain steadfast in your faith. Dear God's kid, I have an urgent and unambiguous message for you. I've had a significant revelation from God about your son. He is currently headed in a direction that may get him into serious problems. He is getting closer to a period of his life that will be difficult and full of obstacles with every step he takes. The events that transpire over the course of the following 2 days might have a lasting impact on your son's life. The most concerning aspect is that he appears to be approaching this challenging stage without any opposition. Even though he is doing nothing to stop it, it seems like he is watching his own feet lead him into danger. This is an exhortation to act. The Lord desires that you understand what is taking place. In order for you to mentor your kid, He has sent me this message. Before it's too late, you have the ability to assist him in changing course. Your youngster has a part in this circumstance and is not only a victim of what is going on around him. He is letting these things happen by doing nothing or altering his course. Although it's a difficult reality, it must be acknowledged. But this is not a message to frighten you. The Lord is telling you this for a reason. Something more profound is going on, a big lesson He wants you to learn. What may it be? We must all work together to discover that. Let's examine what this warning really means from the Lord and how you may get ready for what's coming. This letter is more than simply a warning. It has the potential to alter your son's life. Consider your son's existing circumstances first. What decisions does he have to make? What forces are at work in his life? Think about how you can talk to him, express your worries, and reassure him that you are there to help. Second, consider doable actions you can do. If he feels lost, urge him to get help. Remind him that it's okay to seek advice from mentors or close friends. Dear God's kid, I have a very important message for you regarding your son from the divine Lord. He will be poisoned by his own concerns in 2 days. Yes, you are currently receiving this revelation from God. Your son's heart has been encircled by dread, particularly the fear of failing. It takes hold of his thoughts, draining him of any strength and hope he may have had. Your kid is paralyzed by the unseen poison of dread, unable to move forward with confidence. Unable to find a way out of the darkness that envelops him, he lets this terror overwhelm him and remains motionless. This terror didn't just show up, it stealthily into his soul like a nighttime robber. It's not just any dread, though. It's a weighty, profound terror that numbs his spirit and blinds his soul. Imagine your kid standing on a route that leads to a bright future, but he is enmeshed in a maze of uncertainties and anxieties rather than moving in that direction. Every concern envelops him like dense vines, drawing him away from the light. He feels alone, as though the light is obscured by a black cloud that has descended upon his thoughts. But keep in mind that there is yet more to the narrative, beloved child of God. Hope exists. You have the ability to assist your kid in escaping these bonds of fear. Help him understand that fear need not be his compass and encourage him to express his emotions. Your kid has allowed this dread to rule his behavior, or rather, his inactivity. He feels imprisoned and unable to escape. This terror might overwhelm him in 2 days if he doesn't quickly discover the strength to fight back. Don't give up, though. There is yet hope. The same God who gave me this message has also given me a way to support your son. Perhaps the secret of his breakthrough lies in what the Lord revealed. This message is an opportunity rather than only a warning. It's an opportunity for your son to overcome this phobia and regain his bravery. I would want to remind you of the following potent passage from 2 Timothy 1:7. Dear child of God, for God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. God is asking you today to remind your son of the profound truth contained in these words. The power that God has given him is greater than the terror that is destroying his heart and seems to be overtaking him. God has given your kid a spirit of power, love, and self-control, even if he may feel helpless and overcome by dread. The adversary uses fear as a tactic to immobilize us and prevent us from experiencing the fullness of God's purpose. Picture your son standing amid ominous clouds of terror during a storm. Even though he may feel helpless and insignificant, he must never forget that he is a powerful force. This power, which is brimming with love and vigor, is the Spirit of God. Urge your son to overcome his fear and get up. Assist him in realizing that he can fight back and that fear cannot define him. You may pray for bravery together, asking God to give him the strength he needs to escape these restraints. The good news is that fear will never overcome the strength of God's Spirit. If your son returns his heart to God and believes in his own power, it will overcome the darkness and illuminate the path ahead. Remind him, dear God's child, that although fear may attempt to stifle his bravery, the spirit of strength and love is already inside him and just awaits his acceptance. The power of God yearns to shine through him. When someone is filled with God's strength, fear has no place in their life, even if it knocks on their door. Assist your kid in seeing this reality and in embracing the power that has always been his. Now is the moment to cling firmly to the promise made by the Lord in Isaiah 41:10. Therefore, don't be alarmed because I am your God. Don't be discouraged because I am with you. I'll support you with my righteous hand. I'll aid and empower you. You and your kid are in dire need of these words, which have amazing power. God is not far away. He is right there at your son's side, prepared to free him from the terror that has encircled his heart while he fights this fierce internal war. Imagine God as a solid rock that keeps him safe and stable. Believe in this promise. God's hand will save your kid in just 2 days when the terror that has been destroying his soul seems to be at its worst. When he is most terrified, picture a warm light streaming down on him through the clouds. That light is a symbol of God's power and love, ready to lead him back to tranquility. In these times, encourage your son to pray to God. Assist him in remembering that he is not alone and that God's strength is with him, prepared to take on the challenges that appear too great to overcome. Instruct him to take deep breaths and to pray for the strength to face his fears. Remind him that God is always there to assist and console him. Even while fear might feel overwhelming, God's great holy hand is stronger than it is. When your kid feels like he's going to fall, the Lord has promised to support him, aid him, and strengthen him. These are heavenly truths, not merely words of consolation. Fear will not have the last word with God. God's child, your kid, could feel stuck, as though there is no way out of the shadows that envelop him. However, keep in mind that God's light is more powerful than any darkness. Envision a dazzling ray of sunlight penetrating dense clouds. Your son will soon discover the bravery hidden underneath his worries. God's might will enable him to ascend. After overcoming this struggle, he will return to the life that has always been meant for him, a life filled with strength, love, and hope. God has vowed to accompany him through this storm, despite fear's attempts to rob him of his future. When that moment arrives, have confidence that your kid will come out of this ordeal stronger, braver, and with the faith to fulfill the mission God has given him. If you believe in God, write Amen and like this video. You are beginning to realize how powerful your heavenly powers are, my kid. There is an endless reservoir of potential within of you that is just waiting to be completely fulfilled. Imagine a vast ocean with glistening gems hidden under its surface. You have encountered several challenging obstacles this year, which the universe has positioned in your way to fortify and uplift your soul. Every hardship you faced wasn't intended to shatter you. Rather, they were intended to mold you into the individual you are now. Every obstacle you face brings you one step closer to who you really are. These lessons were essential, and they have equipped you for something amazing, a significant positive change that is imminent. After a long night, picture the thrill of a fresh sunrise. You will be able to shine even brighter thanks to the benefits and new possibilities that this change will offer. Dear kid, you are being prepped for greatness, so hold on to your faith. Keep in mind that God is constantly with you, helping you overcome every obstacle and acknowledging your successes. The best is yet to come, and your adventure is only getting started. Let the angel's word be widely disseminated. If you believe in God, please subscribe to our channel. I appreciate your unwavering support and presence during our quest for love. Amen. You may donate up to $20 as a great thanks if you want to express your support. May God and Jesus Christ bless you for your help and protect you with his angels. Amen.